People have dreams. Some wants to become a superstar, like Amitabh Bachchan, like Shah Rukh Khan. So they come here in Mumbai.
Hello everyone, I'm in Mumbai, India. I came here to see how people live in the famous slums of Dharavi.
And a request, don't make faces when you get bad smell or foul odor. The residents may feel bad because this is a place for survival. It is the world's most populated slum. Area-wise, it is 223 hectares. There is 551 acres with a million population.
More than 10 kilometers, 10 by 10 kilometers long distance. You have to hold a walking, not finishable, but all type of people mixing like biryani.
The density of population of Mumbai is 30,000 per square kilometer. But of Dharavi is 570,000 per square kilometer. So dense.
Almost 60% from South India, 30% from Bangladesh, and 10% like local from Gujarati and Marathi.
40% of the slum population lives like this condition, with low roofs, small houses and narrow alleys. And the average household size of Mumbaikar is about 5 to 6 people. In a small room live a whole family. Out of them, 48% of them have houses less than 10 square meter. Though the house is small, but you will find all the latest amenities available in a small house. They have television, they have satellite dish TVs, they have even some of them have air conditioned AC. They also have computer, Wi-Fi, and hall, bedroom, kitchen in just one room.
Do you speak English?
Yeah.
Yes? So, what's your name?
This is my house.
Very cozy place. How many children do you have?
My children two. One boy, one girl.
Do you want to drink tea?
Oh, chai, yes, with pleasure.
Most apartments here are very small, on average 10 square meters, and they fit families of 4 to 7 people. But they have everything you need: TVs, ACs, fridges and a kitchen, but often there is no toilet.
Since the house is small, they don't have enough space for the toilet. There's a wet space for bathing clothing. For toilet, they go to public toilet. About 70% of the slum population goes to public toilet.
At some places we have 8 to 10 to 12 families using one toilet, and each family consists from anywhere from 5 to 7 members. So you can imagine how many people, nearly 500, 400 people, 600 people using one toilet. That's one compartment.
In general, very cozy apartments, and it's cool here.
And what's your job?
I am astro.
Who?
Astrologer.
Astrologer?
Oh.
Really?
This is Russia. Russia. Pani bill. Pani.
Shukriya.
Usually, everyone is very cautious about going to the slums, Dharavi in particular, and they say it's very dangerous here. You can't get a camera out here, you can't film anything. But as you can see, the people are nice and hospitable. They invited us into their house to have some tea. If you want to know how people live in other countries and see more of my travels, subscribe to this channel. The more subscribers, the more amazing places I can show you.
So while going through the streets, you can have a look and you can secretly peep into a house, how a typical Mumbaikar they live. They have their own meters and they have their own water pipes. So they get it daily, like for 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening.
Municipal, government. Also payable, not free.
So they open the like.
Yes.
Okay.
कितने बजे पानी आता है? 5 o'clock. He said, now 5-10 minutes, start to work.
So people have huge tanks and huge barrels. The plastic barrels you must have seen along the way, the blue barrels. 200, 300 liters, 400 liters, and they fill it up. They have 2 barrels usually in a house. So it comes up to 500 liter. So I think so 500 liter for a day or two is more than enough. So water is not an issue over here. Not at all. You have more than enough water to bathe. You can take a bath 10 times a day also if you want.
Can we see?
Yeah.
And now we're visiting another man who works as an accounting teacher at a local college and lives in this room.
I am financially, I have some financial problem. Because I lost in 2011 my mom and 2012 my father. Take something. What you would like to take?
No, we are full, thank you. Oh, nice pictures. Your children?
Yeah, this is my picture.
Your picture?
Yeah, I
Oh,
drawn.
cool.
This is my painting, sir. Just take one photo with my children's.
It's hard to call this place a slum because Dharavi is clean enough, it's quiet, no beggars and no homeless, and it's a much nicer place than most places like Delhi or the rest of Mumbai.
Before visiting, not many but most of our guests have a negative image about the name Dharavi by the word slum.
So I don't like this place to be called a slum. Maybe an ecological system, urban village, some different definition rather than being called just a slum. Because when you call it a slum, people immediately they think, oh, no one would be working over there, illiteracy would be there, and you will get pickpocketed or something else. All the negative things are attached to the word slum. So I don't like this place to be called a slum. I call it a community.
Mumbai has all sorts of slums, but Dharavi is special. It's not just because they're the biggest, and not because they became world famous after Slumdog Millionaire.
It estimates that there are about 4,902 production units in Dharavi, with 1,039 textile, 932 in pottery, 722 in scrap recycling, that is plastics metal recycling, 567 in leather, 490 in embroidery, 152 in foods, that is sweets and snacks. Furthermore, there are about 111 restaurants and several thousands of boutiques. The result of this small, informal but productive business is annually about $1 billion US. This is about the table. This itself makes Dharavi different from other slums.
मसाज का तेल है ना खटमल का है some medicine for small insect.
Okay.
Medicine for insect in somebody's house inside the cloth and cut human beings.
So most of the workers working in Dharavi are immigrants from other states of India, like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, etc. They leave their family over there and they come here to work. And they visit their family annually once or twice. And the wages they get here is around 150 to 200 rupees, which is as per Government Minimum Wages Act, which is quite low in comparison to Mumbai, but quite more from where they came.
So they can find job here, like easily.
Small one, big one, whatever.
If you're very skilled at it, you're gonna make anywhere from 15,000, 14,000, 13,000. If you're a new laborer who's just come here and joined the new firm and you're learning to work over here, you'll earn 7,000, 8,000, 9,000.
Small children, kids wear tailoring, tailor plus shirt, trouser for children. You have a dollar, we want to see dollar, never see life. He said, I never saw in my life like a United States dollar. So you want to see what is this dollar, what is mean dollar. Only hearing, listening, but never see in life.
And
No matter what job.
is it like quite enough to live, or it's a small amount?
No, it's fairly enough. It's fairly enough to live. At least inside of Dharavi, it's more than enough for me to survive in Dharavi. Because when you're a laborer who's working inside Dharavi, the person you're working for, he gives you the accommodation to stay over here. You already are getting a place to sleep and eat. So all you need is money to eat and send back to your family.
Do they live here inside, or they sleep inside? And
They live here, cook over here, food including more than 10,000 rupees salary a month, and he have 4 children. Village is sending money every month in February.
So 15,000 rupee is as much as I'm making right now, and it is more than enough for me.
women work as well?
Yes.
And children?
Children now child labor is banned, but still some area people try to child labor.
This whole area is known as 13 compound. This is one of the small-scale industrial unit area of Dharavi where they recycle stuff like plastic, aluminum, and many more. Now, you saw this big bag. You see all these contain plastic in it, and these plastics are collected by rat pickers in the early morning from in and around the city. Also, people carry big jumbo bag at the back and they move door to door by the waste product. There is sorting of plastics. Sorting of plastic. They separate plastic according to color and quality. After separating the plastic, crushed into small pieces, those small pieces, with the help of plastic crushing machine. This machine. And then after crushing, the plastics are washed in detergent water, they clean them, and they take it to the rooftops where they dry it. And later, those dried plastics are melted and small pellets are made out of it. Those pellets act as a raw material to make different kinds of plastic product. Can be sunglasses, part of bag, anything. That's actually plastic. So it's sorting it out, like blue from white.
Who have a good material, go to Chinese company for mobile company, mobile body, mobile like a camera body, also top class price. 10 rupees per kilogram plastic, and after cutting it is 15 rupees. And again remake more like recycle. He's a hard worker, labor, like loading, unloading, camel truckman. Sometimes very busy, sometimes no job.
Like they don't have job like every day?
Not like that. He said no job today. Till morning to till evening waiting, but no job.
They work in unsafe condition, like no precautions, no hand gloves, no mask, no goggles, nothing, while working with the dangerous chemicals of plastic product, which is quite sad. But most of the time, the owner of the industry, he provides them with the safety equipment, but still they don't use it.
Most of the time, everyone who works over here wants to open their own business. That is why you see so many businesses here. Every alley you enter, you will find 20, 30, 40 businesses running, because every worker who comes over here, he has a dream of opening his own business, and this place welcomes everyone with the open arms.
We are at the Be the Local Tours office now. This agency is located in the heart of Dharavi. It is founded by the locals and it works only with local guides. And it's created to provide slum dwellers with temporary jobs, specifically part-time jobs, and help local communities financially. They do tours for foreigners, take them to slums, and raise money for themselves and their families.
Many of my colleagues and many of my friends were not going to university because they couldn't afford it. Even I was barely able to go to university. So we came up with the idea of hunting for jobs, and we were back then 3 or 4 of our friends. We started to hunt for different jobs, and we were like, if you find a good job, give it to me also. And Fahim and Tausif came up with the job of working as a tour guide. We work as tour guides and we hire other students as tour guides to provide tours of our community, which is Dharavi, and also our city, which is Mumbai. So when you do a tour with me, I make money for my education, my friends make money for their education, my company keeps running, and you get the best tour possible because you're doing it with the local. Born and brought up inside Dharavi, all of us. That is one of our main qualification that you need to have to join Be the Local, that you have to be from Dharavi.
It's like this. So this is actually if someone is getting married, when someone is getting married in a particular locality, so they celebrate their whole street, like to show off.
Slums in Mumbai, more than 2,000. Some are very posh, some are very good, well maintained, and a very nice locality.
This whole area is centralized located. It has 2 railways. If anyone wants to go any part of Mumbai, he or she can reach there within an hour. And that's why this whole area is much more valuable. And because of this reason, the government wants to redevelop this area. The plan includes many amenities like wider road, ample water supply, electricity, school, colleges, social and medical center, etc. in Dharavi. But people living over here are opposing the plan. 3 reasons behind that. First, the plan provides housing facilities of 325 square feet. They want more. They want 400 or 500. Second, the problem is with those industrialists and entrepreneurs too. Because the industries which are polluting Dharavi will no more be in Dharavi, and those guys, they don't have guarantee of the future of livelihood. And last but not the least, the main question rising on this plan is, the plan provides free housing facilities to only those people who have registered their houses before 2000. What about who have registered after or haven't registered yet? Where will they go? Will they populate new slums somewhere further with even worse condition than this? So talks are still going on.
And everyone is waiting to see what happens with Dharavi. Because the Dharavi is the epitome, it is at the apex of the slums in India. So the kind of redevelopment which happens in Dharavi, everyone is waiting to see what kind of development happens in Dharavi, and the same development happens over.
It is an example of redevelopment. So building is being built.
Dharavi is definitely going to be rebuilt by the government because the government is working on it since decades and decades. And now I see many plans being brought up which are liked by the people. So when people like something, they go for it. And I think so as new generation of kids who are growing up in Dharavi are more educated, they are more literate, they can take their own decisions, they have a good educated mind, and they take their decisions logically. The older generations before us, they were very attached to the land. Okay, this is where I've spent my childhood, I don't want to sell it, I don't want to move to other place. But the new generation which is coming up, they want a better place to live. Better place, I mean in terms of we should have a proper toilet in our own house, we should have a proper garbage disposal, we should have proper transportation. So if the government comes up with a plan which doesn't destroy the community. It'll take some time, it'll take 4 or 5 decades, but I think so in 4 or 5 decades development is definitely gonna happen, because this place commands a lot of economic value. A lot of economic value. Houses over here are very, very costly. So if you go out to buy a house, you have to pay a lot of money. Contrary to what people believe. People believe, yeah, slum will be cheap. It's not cheap at all. People pay a lot of money.
So what about prices?
Prices range anywhere from 10 lakhs to 1.5 crores. 10 lakh Indian rupee would be for a small place inside the alleys.
There are people who become doctor, engineer, policeman, and they still live here with their family and their friends because there is no reason of moving out. Because the reason is there's a strong sense of community in this area. People know each other very well. Also, you have friends, families. When I become a pharmacist, when I would like to open my own pharmacy here in Dharavi, rather moving out, because this is where I belong. Why should I move out? And if you have any basic needs, you get over here. I mean, you have shelter, you have clothing, you have fashion too. You need food, you can cook, you can get, there are 111 restaurants. Whatever type, I mean, what would you like to eat, you get everything over here. So there's no reason of moving out.
It was very difficult if you told someone that you come from the largest slum in India. Perceptions of people immediately change when you tell them that you are from Dharavi. They look at you differently, they treat you a bit differently. So many of my friends who went to college with me, they never told anyone that they were from Dharavi. And I was like, why is that? You should be proud of where you're from. So when people from my own city come to visit this place, I feel very amazing that, okay, at least they know that we are not just a slum. We are not just drinking over here and sleeping, and we are not gonna pickpocket you. There are not gonna be tons of beggars running behind you. We are working hard. My whole community is working hard. Every one of you works for more than 8 to 10 hours a day to earn their living.
So, do you want your children to live here?
Yeah, I definitely want my children to live here. This is not a bad place to be. You know, it's a very good place to be. You make some money, you move to a bigger apartment. You make a little bit of more money, you move to an even bigger apartment. Education is very good over here. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. My kid will grow up looking at people who are working very hard, and I think so he'll also learn to work very hard. Rather than him just sleeping on the bed his whole life, I would rather want him to work very hard his whole life. Just breathing and eating is not the goal. People over here are working hard because they have a dream. They have a dream to become successful and start their own business, do something great, reach some point where they can help others, like a company. Like I told you, we started this company just to finish our own education, but as we grew, we saw potential to help others. So we started helping others rather than just helping ourselves.
City of dream for everyone. That's why people come here.
Frankly, Dharavi can be very disappointing to you if you expect to see brutal and inhumane conditions here, and someone might fall in love with this place because it absolutely does not justify its little slum. It's rather a city in the city. It's completely independent, with an autonomous economy and all the infrastructure, and people living here might not be rich, but they're honest and very friendly. So it feels very nice to be here. It's much better than the rest of Mumbai or the dirty, overpopulated Delhi. So I would advise you to come here because you will definitely like it. This was Leo. See you somewhere else.